All right, welcome back, everyone, to game 2 of week 6, right?
Yeah, it sounds accurate.
Week
5.
5 of
Pretty
the
close.
of the SBL, the Swain Battle League. For game 2, we have WCF on the blue side going up against Team Salt Shaker, currently undefeated, and they will be on the purple side. Joining me is Salvo. How you doing?
Not too bad. I've had better days, but I think this is still a pretty good one.
Nice.
How are you?
I'm doing all right.
That's good. Whoa, I'm doing a lot better. I just got a mystery gift from Riot Games for no reason. Thanks, stream.
So do we have the winless versus the undefeated in this matchup?
That sounds about right, yeah.
Wow, so this could be the biggest upset of the season.
I'm hoping.
Or just sort of another casual stomp for Team Salt Shaker.
Well, we always have at least one good throw. I'm hoping this is it.
Yeah,
I think Splinter's got it in him.
Right, this would create some esports stories that I'd be looking forward to. So, and WCF, they haven't looked terrible. They've actually gotten gold leads. Some of these weeks, I feel like most of the weeks they've actually had a gold lead at least once in the game, but then they find a way to not capitalize and win the game.
Yeah, it always seems like mid to late game, their shot calling goes from pretty good to just trailing off. And unfortunately, they haven't picked up a win yet, but perhaps they'll turn it around.
Yeah.
So it looks like we're waiting for Gernig at the moment.
Yep. For the Team Soul Shaker side, looks like K-King's still sitting out today. He is back. He was just casting the previous game, so this is the lineup they're going to be probably sticking to because it's showing some pretty stellar results. Kainosen on that ADC has been really the big mover on this team. He goes off pretty much every week, an absolute terror, especially on Callista. Looking for him to have a pretty big game now today. All right, and we are into the draft phase.
Sweet. And Singed Ban.
See, I'm glad this is happening. Because I saw Scotch not play Singed once, and that was enough for me to say, please don't let anyone let him play this.
All right.
Yeah. He did very well in it the one time I saw him play it, and it's kind of an oddball pick because you haven't seen Scotch not play it in the SBL in any regular season match yet, but they just really don't want to play against it.
An Echo ban here out of Salt Shakers with an immediate response of Lulu.
Lulu ban. Interesting.
And they're taking their time here on purple side.
Oh, I guess another thing to note, Garen freaking Bolter, or his name change, AJS0, he's sitting out this match, and they got Boozgraph filling in.
Interesting.
Yeah, probably see a Jarvan pick if his match history says anything about it. And then the Shyvana ban, obviously. Shyvana's still a very strong jungler nowadays.
But not as many targeted Splinter bans this week, which is nice to see. I think a lot of people have been going pretty heavy on him for bans, and he doesn't really care. He plays everything.
Yeah.
Oof. The instant Eve pickup.
Yeah, Eve is one of those junglers shared both by Master Splinter and My Wang, both fans of that champion.
Yeah, and you absolutely don't want to get it in the hands of Splinter.
Yeah.
He does some nasty things on that champion.
Mm-hmm. But Splinter still has a lot of Devourer picks up still, and he really likes to play those Devourer champs. Nowadays, Xin Zhao, Kale are both still up for him. But well, Soul Shaker's gonna lock in Ari and Leona. So who's gonna be the bottom lane for WCF?
I would imagine it's gonna be Joe and Gernig here, the people that actually have the champions. I know
Yeah.
Joe plays almost exclusively Caitlyn, or at least from what I've seen. Big fan of the champion, and he does some pretty good things on it, so if this is the champion they lock, then I'm confident in saying those two are bottom. I'm a little curious as to why he's hovering it for so long, though.
Yeah, well, there it is. There's that lock-in. Caitlyn and Thresh, the bottom lane for WCF. Pretty strong 2v2 lane, right? That's a really good bottom lane to have. But they are going against Leona, who brings her own aggression to the table. We'll see what Soulshaker picks for their ADC here. Callista is still up, one of the more preferred champions for Kainozen, but he did play Sivir last week.
Yeah, and both extremely good options here.
Yeah, both would make for a very good laning phase.
Guess it just depends on what type of engage they want. And we do see the Sivir hovered at least.
Oh, dude, is this Master Slinger bringing out the Kazakhs?
Wow. And he is, in fact.
Yeah, so Master Splinter on sort of a season 3 throwback. Or season 4? I mean, yeah, early season 4. Jungle Kazakhs.
His favorite kill stealer.
Yeah, Master Splinter loves to be really aggressive and try to get all the kills when he plays the bug.
No surprise on the Jarvan hover.
Yeah. Boozgraf is pretty much one of those players you hear about, like, oh, I'm a this main or whatever. Yeah, no, Boozgraf is that Jarvan main. He literally plays Jarvan every game. I've actually never seen the guy play another champion. But
well, we might.
we might today. Locks in Gangplank.
I'm not convinced it's not a mid Gangplank yet.
Yeah, let's be wary here. Let's see what Purple Pickle Pie has, and he has got a second left, and he will lock in Diana.
So we will see it.
Yeah, well, technically, Diana can go top too.
I guess.
Yeah, no, but we'll see Boozgraf in the top lane on Gangplank, who has not. This is his first game in the SBL. He's quite heavily changed. Yeah, it's quite heavily changed since we've seen him here in a Swain League. And Diana mid for Purple Pickle Pie. No, I like that pick. That's a really aggressive pick. Their team comp just screams like early dominant laning phase.
Yeah, for sure.
Doesn't scale the best, but I think they're really, as we said earlier, what we've seen in the past with WCF is they sort of break down in that mid to late game shot calling area where all the big decisions and all the big fights are decided by a macro decision. They failed at that, so they're putting all their chips in. Let's just win this laning phase super hard and not give us a chance to throw.
And hopefully it'll work out. And we do see Malphite for the last pick on Soul Shakers.
Yeah, and Scotchnaut, that's at least his third week probably on Malphite top. One of his more go-to champions here. And once again, Soul Shaker, every week it seems like, especially last week, they just come out with this really heavy engage, let's fight on our own terms type of comp. And they have the Sivir there for the Sivir comp, but they have Leona and Ari, and especially Kha'Zix does so well in the mid game, brings so much damage and backline threat. So, I mean, both of these team comps can go pretty head-to-head at the first dragon fight of the game. This should be a pretty explosive match.
For sure, like there is going to be engage after engage and threats all over the place. It is going to be a mess in the best way possible.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited. We might see some jungle duels here, and maybe that's why Splinter picked the Kazakhs early on to try to like fight Eve early on. Because if he would have picked a Devourer jungler, I'm pretty sure Eve can sort of just go into the enemy jungle and either take the camps if you're not there, or kill you straight up.
Yeah, and Splinter being such a huge fan of Eve, he will likely know where Wang is with incredible accuracy the entire jungle phase.
Yeah.
So let's talk about this Gragas. And by Gragas, I mean GP. It started with a G, I was close. Let's talk about this GP.
Yeah. I think this is a favorable matchup for GP in the sense that Malphite doesn't bring a lot of threat to a laning phase. He's not going to be killing you at least pre-6, so that gives Gangplank some room to just sort of farm up, get those parlay kills, stack those Silver Serpent coins.
Yeah, and ignoring armor with his barrel explosion, I don't know how much the heavy armor of Malphite is really gonna matter in the lane phase.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see. I'm honestly just surprised it's not a Jarvan pick. I'm glad to see he's branching out.
Yeah, no, I like how he hovered over that because I mean us and I assume the enemy team, Salt Shaker, everyone that's watching on this Twitch stream, they're like, oh yeah, Boozgraph on Jarvan. That's a thing.
That's his jam.
Yeah, that's his jam. But I like this little unexpected twist, and I think that the only real game that I saw Gangplank, professionally at least, was a EU Challenger Series game. Denial versus another D name. But Wicked was going up against someone who played Gangplank for the first time in competitive play, and he got shit on. So, and that makes me happy because I really don't like Wicked. So, I guess I'm sort of rooting for Boozgraph here. I want to see the big GP. I want to see him parlay an 80 carries face off.
I want to say Dignitas actually played it recently too, just before the split ended.
Ah, yes. Yeah, so it was Dignitas EU versus Denial. Yeah. Oh, yeah,
Was
you're
it?
right. Yeah, no, that was a Challenger Series game. But yeah, you're right. In the NA quarterfinals,
Yeah.
Gamsu did play it, but yeah, they got pretty crushed on it. They 0-3'd
Oh, yeah.
against Tip. Yeah, so we haven't seen him too much in professional play. I assume though by the time Worlds comes around, he will have enough time so pros can decide whether he's a viable or not viable pick. But there's a lot of changes coming up, guys. 5.16 right around the corner. Biggest patch this season so far. Tons of changes. It's really going to shake things up. And I assume it's going to shake things up here in the SBL too.
Well, I think we got to be real for Worlds at least. Everybody's just going to revert to mid-zillion for almost no reason, even though we've seen him at no time. Because that happens every freaking Worlds.
Yeah, and obviously the Corki and Oriana too. Yeah, Triforce is always big.
But setting that aside, we are loading into game here.
Looking at Runes of Masteries, nothing too crazy. Albino Joe, 23-5 for Masteries. That's interesting, actually. Making sure he gets both Spell Weaving and Blade Weaving on Caitlyn. Okay. In Fleet of Foot, so he gets a little bit of movement speed and longer potions and elixirs in the utility tree. I just don't think that's worth it.
Okay.
I think you need the 9 survivability most of the time.
I would prefer it.
Yeah, I'd prefer it as well.
And
but,
I do.
Yeah. And the Gurnig on 0-13-17. I haven't seen that one this season at all. 21 in utility is just so strong on support nowadays. All right,
Well,
folks, and
maybe
we're
it'll work.
loaded in.
We're already seeing both teams fan out to a degree, so likely we won't see an invade, unfortunately.
No, yeah, probably not.
Wow.
And a pause coming out. Got
We're
some
doing them
lag
early
coming in.
today. Well, the SBL sponsored pause of the game. I couldn't have imagined it would show up this early.
Yeah.
But we are already going. Good.
Yeah. Are those candy or oh my god. I've never seen that overlay on the stream until now. That's beautiful.
Oh, I missed it.
Oh, that's great here. And we have 3 members of Salt Shaker. Getting a little sneaky in the pixel brush in the river. Some pings going down on where the Gurnig is. I don't know if they're gonna make a little 3-man invade here. WCF is very much fanned out.
So, Booze started E? He's got his barrels? I would imagine you'd want to start with the parlay so you can start getting the extra gold.
Yeah.
And Malphite just got some free gold off the barrels.
Yeah, you would just imagine, wouldn't you? Okay, so Salt Shaker getting some little quick shallow wards down onto the enemy red buff. Trying to find out where Eve starts, and that's pretty important so you can sort of telegraph where a potential level 3 gank's going to come in. My wing actually going to start at the Gromp buff here, probably going to go straight to blue after blue's very good early on that Evelyn. Oh, Boostcraft actually helping out in that first Gromp there. He's going to lose a little couple CS maybe and some XP here. So, out of all the lanes, which one do you think could have the most action?
I'm assuming, with all the engaged potential in bot lane, that we're going to be seeing a lot of action down there. Or it's going to be the most boring passive thing we have ever witnessed.
Yep. Yep.
Or it's just going to be pauses. It's just going to be a game of pauses.
Yeah, another SBL pause sponsored by Bad Dragon. Tornado.
Oh.
Is there a tornado? Oh wow. This isn't good. This is the first time a natural disaster could interfere with the SBL.
Oh no, don't worry. Tornado just decided to turn away.
Okay, well that's good.
Okay,
All right,
cool.
and we're back. So I guess the tornado called it off today. Knew that there was a very exciting SBL match going on.
Janna wasn't picked. She can't interrupt this game. Not allowed.
Oh,
Kind wasn't getting hooked.
Yeah, with a good hook. Million Babies answers in with the Zenith played though, but the trade's already been won by the Gurnig and Albino Joe. Look at all this harass coming down. Alkaido's got super low. He had to heal to get out of it, so a good early hook for Gurnig, showing the dominance in the lane.
So a lot of summoners down here for Team Salt Shaker.
Yeah, WCF still with those summoner spells.
Oh man, and they are very aggressive in bot lane. Making sure to get that harass in at every turn.
Yeah.
I dig it.
Yeah, no, I really like this. Gurnig and Albino Joe are playing this lane pretty much perfectly at this point. They just have to keep asserting dominance, try to deny as much CS as they can. Gurnig, yeah, as long as he's in range, like the threat of the hook is enough. Both Albino Joe, or both Kainos and Million Babies are just too low to win a trade at this moment. Oh, good flay in though. Oh, Albino Joe with the flash. First blood for him with the remaining auto. So, and Kainos actually flashed away too. So, both summoners down for Kainos and
started the engage with a flash on Diana. And Ari flashed away, so nothing out of that. However, both flashes down to mid.
So a flash for a flash.
Yeah. A little bit of Evelyn's time, but screw the jungler, who cares?
Yeah, the Master Splinter was gravitating towards that area too. I'm not sure if he was involved. I don't think he was. He's not going to lose out on any XP.
But Wang already has both Scuttle.
Wow, yeah, really putting importance on that river control.
And it leaves Splinter with almost nothing to do is the important thing.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, Splinter only has a couple jungle camps left.
Well, and he had to run to both rivers to find out that he was too late. Somehow still ahead on CS.
Nice. Gurnigan really low there, helping Albino Joe get the Stone Bros. They push their lane out.
And it looks like Splinter's looking for something mid here. And Diana doesn't have a flash, but Evelyn's here as well.
Yeah, Splinter waiting patiently here, and he goes in. Don't think anything's gonna come out of this one though. Albino Joe's getting pretty low at the bottom lane turret. Oh man, yeah, Gurnik and Albino Joe, they are playing it risky here, staying with such low health.
And Wang just pushing the Sari back a little bit.
Yeah, Master Splinter's making a little invade here in the enemy jungle though. Babies goes in on the Zenith Blade. Gurnik though uses the shield. He'll get back to tower. The wave's gonna come though, so it's gonna be a 3-man dive on the Gurnik here, and Master Splinter with the flash and the finish. Kill for himself.
Very happy about getting that kill, I'm sure.
Yeah, no, that's gonna be great. It's gonna jumpstart his jungle. He already has that Trailblazer. I assume he's gonna go straight into Warrior after this.
Ooh. And WCF going for that dragon immediately upon recalling it from Salt Shakers. This is a good call.
Yeah, playing the recall game here. Looks like they'll get this first dragon. There's some wards sort of triangulated around this dragon, so I assume that Salt Shaker ward in the river was able to spot it out, so they definitely knew that was happening. But alas, Riot Games changed it, so you always know. Thanks, Riot Games.
It's my favorite change. I love it.
Yep. So everyone in the world knows that dragon was taken.
So Splinter up top here looking for something on the Gangplank. Meanwhile, Leona going in on the Gurnig.
Oh, Boozgraph has to flash out though. Master Splinter with the hop in. He's low. He's got the flask ticking. And he will not die today. And Kainosen is so on point with those boomerangs, so Gurnig with a good flay away to stop that engage. This lane's still going back and forth down here. Kainosen actually went with a dagger for his first back. Interesting. You don't see that too often.
Yeah,
I don't even know. I mean, usually you just want to go Doran's Blade or even just get a long sword so you can turn into a vamp later on.
Damage, really.
Yeah. Attack speed's not too useful here in such an early game for the ADC. Maybe it's just going for an early Greaves there, but Albino Joe, he has the big fucking sword. Yeah, yes. I don't think, and he's also level 6 here. Million Babies would have to find the miracle Zenith Blade onto Albino Joe, and Gurnik not able to flay it away or something for them to win the fight.
Alright, and They did just both hit 6 in bottom here for Salt Shakers. Thresh still waiting on his.
Yeah, so I guess now would be the time when Thresh doesn't have that box. Still a little bit risky though, they don't know where that Evelynn is. You always have to play cautious when you're playing against an Evelynn.
As I'm looking across the board, it looks like CS is damn near even in every lane.
Yeah.
The biggest difference being 5 CS.
Ooh,
the
Gurnig
flash play
with the
misses.
flash play misses though. Kainosen has to pop the heal. Gangplank ult is gonna be enough to secure the kill into Kainosen here. Purple Picklebot, he rotated down from the mid lane. Here's my Wang too. Why not bring 4 down? 24/7 Fuck Festival in the bottom lane. The ping goes down on the tower, and WCF might get their first tower of the game.
Booze knows he's dead, so he just turns around. However, he just picked up a kill in bot lane, so even trade.
Yeah, and top lane will not get the tower for this, so they're going to trade 2 kills for 1, and WCF coming out with a tower advantage as well.
Oh, and they can steal the blue here, too.
Oh yeah, this is really dominating out of WCF. I love the moves they're making here. Caitlyn does so well when you get that tower early on, so she can just keep pushing these waves endlessly into the towers.
But no one saw the pink ward. Sad day.
Ah.
They swept it, but no one went in the bush.
Mitsurugi's sitting in that side bush there. Hits the charm onto My Wang. The ignite goes down. My Wang will surely go down here. Purple Picklebot not able to answer. So quick sneaky kill from Mitsurugi there.
Yeah, big pickup. Getting himself a nice red buff.
Yeah, and with that gank in the top lane, Master Splinter picked up that kill, so he's 2-0. Has that warrior enchant already. And some boots on top of it. He's pretty much the biggest threat on the enemy team, or on Soul Shaker right now.
Yeah, both mid laners sitting on about 1,500 gold to spend as well.
Dragging up in a little less than 2 minutes.
Ooh, and the charm just barely missing. Now Thresh here in mid. Unfortunately unable to make anything of it.
Only a 1k gold lead for WCF though, but I think they can continue this dominance in the laning phase. But once this dragon comes around, I think Soul Shaker's comp. If Scotchanaut has a good teleport down, I don't see how they could lose a fight. They have so much team fight. Wombo, Scotchanaut uses the unstoppable force onto Boozcraft. Citrus might not be enough to get him out of this one. My Wang's here for the counter gank though. Boozcraft trying to stay alive. He will not. Wang has to flash out. Master Splinter with the flash on behind him. He's so low, he's going to get to his tower. Hayden Spikes are going down. Scotchanaut's going to take this one in front. And Master Splinter, nice with the reset hop out of it. Gurnig going to pick up the kill onto Scotchanaut. So just a 1-for-1 at the end of the day.
Pings for him.
Oh, Master Splinter, he's recalling. Not able to get away.
And they get it over to Purple.
No, that's good. That's awesome for Purple Pickle Pie. He picked up 2 kills out of that. Oh, just 1 kill, I guess, but that's 2-0 on that Diana.
It looks like Silver's going to be able to take bot tower. Oh, Gangplank might be able to stop it.
Oh, yeah. That global
At least
pressure.
for the time being.
Pretty much that ultimate early on without any upgrades is just good enough to clear a wave at a tower. Or secure a low enemy kill.
Oh, Purple!
Oh, Purple! He got charmed into the tower a million babies with the Zenith Blade to help out.
Just a little too ham.
Yeah, Purple baited himself into that one, but he Gnasher's Tooth first buy of the game. Kainosen with a very clutch spell shield. Zenith Blade going in onto Gurnig though. I don't think Wang and Gurnig can fight this. The exhaust comes down into Wang. Master Splinter's there for the help, and Wang will go down. And this dragon is live. Scotchanaut with the teleport down. Should be an easy dragon pickup for Salt Shaker. Final Joe trying to use that ultimate to chip at the health bars. Dragon is pulled out. Scotchanaut still on the outside of the pit. And oh my god, Albino Joe! He showed the dragon! And the lantern out of the solar flare! Albino Joe coming up big for his team. 2 dragons for WCF. And while all this is happening, Boozcraft's gonna get top tower. what a swing of the game right now. It's still only a 1K gold lead, and
the charm on the
technically
purple.
Salt Shaker's had a couple more kills
And the
over
Ignite is down.
WCF.
Thrush is going to try to save him. And...
oh, it might be enough.
he
Gurnig's still
gets
looking.
out. Mitch with no mana now.
Oh,
you
God,
forgot
Gurnig!
about-
We were both watching with bated breath for that brilliant hook out of Gurnig.
Beautiful.
Waiting that one out, waiting for Mitsurugi to take the obvious action. Wang caught out once again. 1-4-1 on Evelyn. He's just wanted to fight all the time, but he's just so squishy right now.
His team is still up by a K of gold, though. Oh man, so much action.
Yeah, I know, this is...
We have 14 kills in 15 minutes.
Yeah, I know, it's keeping up with my expectations, and Boozcraft met up into the mid lane with Purple Pickle Pie. I don't think Babies can do anything by himself, but his team is converging to help out into the mid lane here. And they'll play it safe, man. Those barrels already doing quite a bit of damage. Mid tower stays alive though, but both teams are grouping up into the mid lane. They both want to get that tier 1 mid tower down. Opens up the map for both of them. Both their comps want this.
Pickle getting himself a blue here at least. And the gold has evened out with that top tower going down.
So a tower apiece. WCF's up 2 dragons, but Soul Jagger's up 2 kills. And oh no, yeah, 2 towers for WCF actually.
It looks like this tier 1 tower is going to be the site of our next fight, however.
Yep. Yeah, all 5 members of WCF, they're waiting for the siege. All 5 members of Soul Shaker are here. And folks, we have a good old ARAM here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, good old classic ARAM before that Howling Abyss map came out. For you old timers here. Yeah, don't go into those side bushes. It's against the rules. Don't.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, Kylos, what are you doing? No, he's going way far out.
on.
No, the DQ'd. Let's.
Cheating.
We gotta end this. They cheated.
And they have buffs on the teams, like, no one's doing it right.
Yeah.
But no one has GA, so it's okay.
This is so odd. No team is making a rotation. They're both just sticking to their guns here. It's both the obvious
has a big
objective for both.
I mean, WCF can just sit here, get a bunch of free damage on bot. Their top wave is pushing too. Why would they need to go anywhere else?
Yeah, that's true. This is a very good option for WCF just to stick in this mid lane. And there we finally see Kindozen has to go bot. He's going to show bot to clear the wave. This might be the opportunity for WCF to try to make a pick out in front of this tower. The ult comes out and it grabs Mitsurugi. The gameplay ult comes down. Scouching now with the ult into the backline, but it will not be enough. Million Babies is very low, and Gurnig's going to pick up that kill. Master Splinter gets ult too, but it doesn't matter. Purple Pickle Pie secures the kill for himself. And just like that, 4 kills for WCF, only losing 1 member of their own in a mid tower.
Maybe 2. They've only got Sivir to defend. She does have pretty good clear, but I think they could do it.
No, they're still going to be pushing.
And they're going.
All 4 members are still dead.
And it's going down.
Yeah, no, awesome. Good job by WCF here. Once again, another clutch hook out of Gurnig.
Yeah, he is on it.
2-1-7 on that Thresh today. Albino Joe also doing work. He's only 1-0-6, playing that supportive ADC role, but he's always there to deal the damage to the towers, and that's what a Caitlyn's good for right now in this part of the game.
But with that fight, Wang picked up 2 kills, so he's currently sitting on 2,300, spending some of it.
Oh, Mitsurugi sees Albino Joe sort of caught out. Oh, nice net to dodge the charm, but it won't be enough. He'll go down.
It was still pretty.
Yeah, it was still a nice try.
If you're gonna go down, at least look good doing it. We're seeing a push on a bot here. They're trying to get a free turret down there, and they will.
Yep, so
We've got Dragon
Soulshaker
coming up
able
in
to
20
see the
seconds.
opportunity to get a bot tower here. Wang trying to get that scuttle, but Splinter is going to bring it to him. He cannot fight the bug one-on-one right now. And this Dragon's coming up in 6 seconds here. Scuttle secured for Soulshaker. Teleports up for both top laners. Maybe another explosive mid-game fight.
And they're pulling out the Dragon now. Are they trying to push down mid while they take Drag?
Yeah, no, this decision has been made.
There's
Wang
only
and Purple
two.
Pekka are pushing into the mid tower, and they have a
We're
big
gonna
wave
see-
here.
Oh,
Oh, see, but Scotchnaut has to answer with the teleport.
I was hoping we'd see 2 peaceful Dragon steals. Sad day.
Yeah. So
they do get their
Soulshaker doing a
first
good
now.
job to show dominance over that Dragon, picking up their first one of the game here, and red buff seems to be contested. Scotchnaut finds out Purple Pickle Pie. 3 members of
Everybody's
WCF
here,
are
but
in the
Sivir just
area.
recalled. So if they're gonna look for a fight, they could potentially do it. Whether they realize Sivir's gone or not.
Yeah, no, it looked like some pretty good teamwork out of Soulshaker. They knew the red buff was being kind of contested, so they all just went over there and made sure that red buff got over to the person it needed to. So we got a tie ball game here as far as kill goes. 2K gold lead for WCF.
Yeah, and 1,000 of it exclusively on the Diana. She is getting big real fast.
Yeah, and all the members of WCF, they are trying to take the ward control on this red side is miraculous right now, and they're trying to make a push for this tier 2 top lane. This is a pretty good plan on a WCF. It looks like their bottom lane
he
and mid lane
whips
are going to
it.
be pushing.
Caitlyn just walking out of the Malphite ulti there.
So big ultimate down for Soulshaker here. They're still all full health. They still have Solar Flare, they have Charm, they have Sivir ult. They can still protect this. I don't see how... If WCF, they have to just poke him out though. Gurnig trying to get the hook over the wall.
And they kind of showed their hand a little bit, because Joe wasn't near anybody else. They were specifically looking to pull out Caitlyn there and end siege. And with that down, it's going to be that much tougher, plus bot lane pushing in with a huge wave.
Mm-hmm.
That tower may go down.
Yeah, and recall coming out from Master Splinter. Wonder if WCF saw that. Boostgraph, he's trying to lay down those barrels, trying to get the chain explosion here.
Now WCF backing up. Pinging onto Baron. That would be interesting. So they got the turret bot. And it looks like they are going to go for Baron now that Splinter's bot. I mean, they might as well.
Yeah, but Team Soulshaker, they smell it. The ward's over the Baron wall. This is a very
this could
early
be
Baron,
bad.
folks. 22 minutes into the game. Solar Flare hits 3 members into the pit. Scotchnaut flashes over. He now has the unstoppable force.
Oh, 4-man
Unstoppable
ulti.
force for Scotchnaut. And WCF, they're going to get wrecked this team fight here. Kind Hosen with the Sivir ult on top of it. They're just trying to salvage as much as they can, but only Scotchnaut's going to go down, and 4 members for WCF will die.
Oh. That made up for the whiff completely.
Yeah, and in WCF fashion here, this game might be falling out of their hands. The Baron will go over to Soulshaker, and the gold lead will most likely even up after this. And actually, Soulshaker, that's a lot of gold Baron gives. WCF, or Soulshaker, now in the lead for the first time this game.
And they're going to take down mid turret here. The Baroned up siege minion.
And now, with a comp like theirs, that have all the engage, and an alright siege. They have a lot of tower dive potential, especially with Baron, so if they can sort of mass a big wave, especially the one bot right now, they'll easily take the tier 2 in bottom lane.
And I'm a little surprised WCF stayed on the Baron the entire time. Like, they saw they weren't nuking it down that fast, and with the spectacular vision they had on that side of the jungle, they had to know. Sure, they didn't have a smite, but they had a team coming at you.
Yeah. No, it's so risky. It's just like sort of openly waving your arms like, oh yeah? Well, we're gonna Baron. What do you think about that? And the enemy team's like, yeah, we're like right here. We're gonna do something about it.
We see that.
Yeah, we see that. Yeah, they were like 10 steps away. If that was a bait, then maybe that had some idea behind it. But you're right. They just stuck in the pit and waited for a 3-man solar flare, and they grouped up for a truly miraculous unstoppable force out of Scotchanaut. But don't count WCF out yet.
Yeah.
Don't do it, Salvo. Don't count them out.
Nope. I believe.
Yeah, you have to believe here. And Dragon.
Their name stands for we can finish.
Dragon's up in 30 seconds here. But Saltshaker, they have such a grasp of this bottom lane. Most likely they're going to set up base in this red side here. They're going to go for tier 2, then into a Dragon.
And they do have Booz up top to try to get something, since they know they probably can't defend that well. And I do like that call. Trading a turret for turret isn't terrible, but teleport used on Malphite.
Mm-hmm.
That does at least give him teleport advantage.
Yeah.
For a few minutes.
Yeah, and...
Dragon is up.
Yep.
Could get down to Dragon and have a 5v4.
Oh yeah, this would be the time for WCF. Gangplank ult comes out. Hook misses though. Wang spotted out, not able to get in range.
And Malphite and Gangplank both racing to mid here. Gangplank won. So it looks like this Baron is about to and does run out. So at least they got that going for him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Boozgraf, he didn't teleport in on the Dragon Fight, so he still has it. He's gonna have to go manage this big wave coming bot. Not a problem for Gangplank, though. He has that Triforce. Look like he's building a Frozen Heart. Usually you see Triforce into Infinity Edge on this new Gangplank. But it seems a little bit behind.
3 Infinity Edges. Has he upgraded his ulti yet? The Gangplank?
I don't know. Can we look at that?
I can see that he has 50 on his Silver Servants, but I don't get to see the third number.
Oh, cannon... Or wait. No, don't direct the camera. Stop.
Oh, and the Sivir ulti Scott's not getting 3! Oh, just a huge engage and everybody dying. It happened so fast, 30.
Yeah, no, I was trying to look at if
I'm sorry. I baited you.
Boozgraf upgraded Cannon Barrage, but I don't think it's gonna matter at this point. Saltshaker picking up 3 easy kills over that tier 2 here. Gangplank ult's not gonna be enough to try to clear this. Boozgraf, Imper will pick up by. They're trying to go in on this. Matchsplitter was taking the tower though. Gets the Zonius out of Mitsurugi.
Everybody getting low.
Oh, Million Babies goes in deep, and he's able to secure the kill on the Purple Pickle Pie.
And everybody's coming up right now.
Yeah, oh, Flash Charm for Boozgraf. But he's going to eat some citrus, and it's going to be okay here. We got 3 members strong. First kill goes down. Kainozen gets played back here. This might be a good pickup for WCF. Oh, Hook goes through the goalpost there. Exhaust comes on to Mitsurugi. Double kill for Albino Joe. So good answer. And Saltshaker's staying a little too long.
Not terrible. Unfortunately, they lost the inhib. Booz might be able to pick up Scotch here, maybe.
No, I don't think so. Yeah, it's
Trying real
not.
hard.
Yeah. Malphite's Seismic Shard is very good late game. It steals a lot of movement speed. Yeah, it steals 26% movement speed. And it might not seem a lot on paper, but I mean, you're getting 26% other movement speed and they're losing it. It creates a pretty big gap.
GP's passive does give him a bunch of movement speed after he hits you, so time that
so,
right, you just fly.
Oh, yeah, that's true, yeah. You can always sap people who have attack or movement speed modifiers. That's a very good point.
Looks like Baron is a minute away here.
Yep, that's the next big objective here. WCF, they're down 3k gold. It would need a pretty colossal Salt Shaker throw here. Salt Shaker, they just have to stay grouped up. They have their Wombo all in place. They have the Sivir. Beastcraft is farming very well, though.
Gernig found a giant rock monster.
Yeah. Oh, he should be able to get out of this. Seismic Shards are still coming in here. He's half health already. He will have to back.
And that could be Baron.
Yeah, Baron's up in 13
He's
seconds.
He's recalling. He will not be back in time.
Most likely
he doesn't have the home guards. They did cancel it. Okay.
Yeah.
But WCF very split here. They see that Wang is in the mid. I feel like they could just go to it, but there is so much vision on it from WCF.
Yeah, they did a good job of getting those ward stones.
It looks like they're going to opt to siege, at least for a little while. Wang trying to get the flank down. And honestly, I'm not sure if Wang gets a huge ultimate and Scotch doesn't knock up the entire team, who would win? I guess I would still lean towards Salt Shakers being able to take it.
Oh, yeah.
They just have so much engage.
Yeah. Malphite ult into Solar Flare, it's just with the silver ult on top of it, it's too much.
Yeah.
My Wing, he completed the Zonia's Hourglass, so he does have Runeglaive. He does some damage, but I don't know if he's a backline threat anymore. He would have to find the perfect flank onto the carries of Salt Shaker. Pretty much onto Kaino's in here.
Recall.
Yep.
Okay, but they do back off. That's good for WCF at least. They have a huge wave in bot.
Yeah, they're really respecting WCF at this point. Boozcraft still has that Gangplank ult, so maybe that's what they were scared of, a Gangplank ult and all of the members of WCF sort of just converging on them into the pit.
And that wave is still just chugging away at bot. Oh, but Malphite uses teleport for it.
Oh yeah, that's huge,
so
and they saw it though.
That...
Talisman comes out, and maybe they can pick off Million Babies here.
That'd be something.
Yeah, and that's going to be a kill for WCF. Boozcraft's going to pick up that kill.
Wang
with the flash in, uses that ultimate on the Kaino's in there. He is slowed. Gangplank, or Kaelin ult comes out. Mitsurugi able to body block, and Scotch out with the re-engage. And just like that, Salt Shaker turning the team fight on its head. And Albino Joe goes down. Triple kill for Mitsurugi. Purple Pickle Pie trying to get out with his life. Seismic Shard comes in. He should be able to get away here. Stop chasing, just go win the game, get Baron.
So many beautiful Malphite ultis.
Yeah, WCF, they chase very far into Salt Shaker territory, and Scotch out with a very good re-engage.
And for sure the Baron going over to Salt Shaker here.
Purple Pickle Pie, gonna try to trade a dragon here.
Might as well.
Yeah, might as well. You really have nothing else to do when they're at Baron. Yeah, and nice. Third dragon for WCF on the board. But this is a 7K gold lead for Salt Shaker. With an open inhib now, with Baron buff, I don't see them losing this game at this point. What do you think?
No, I think it's pretty solidly theirs. WCF, they looked so strong as a team in the early game, but it seems like they've fallen into old habits and they are just not as coordinated now that we're getting later and later into the game.
Yeah, it's honestly impressive at this point that we're 5 weeks in, and all you see is dominant laning phase into some pretty nice early game towers for WCF, and then a call like that to do the Baron right in front of the enemy team's face,
Yeah.
throws your whole lead away. Oh, they're trying to pick up the kill on the Mitsurugi here. Gangplank ult comes out, but Purple Pickle Pie, he dived too deep. There's one member down for WCF.
Oh, the double stun from Leona.
Oh, yeah, good solar flare. Wang goes down in the back line. Double kill for Kaienhosen.
And they do have the Baron buff to push into an open inhib, so that's likely the game.
Yeah, we have,
maybe miracles.
Yeah, 20 seconds left on Purple Pickle Pie, 25 seconds left on Wang. Yeah, with the Baron up minion wave, I think they can just take this here. They are out of ultimates though. Everyone on Soul Shaker used their ultimate.
Oh, they left.
Yeah, they're gonna play this one safe. I guess there's no reason to try to end it right there.
Might as well. Splinter doesn't have double-digit kills yet, so...
Yeah, 7-2-7 on Cosmic. Let's talk about him for a second. Yeah, he's been doing pretty well this game. He's got the Last Whisper and Ravenous Hydra on Jungle Kha'Zix. Looks like he's going into a GA here.
Yeah, he's already got way more than enough damage, so... Looks like they're gonna push down top here. Or at least attempt to. And I just don't think there's anything that can be done for WCF here.
Oh, hook over the wall. Gurnik has to go in on it. Scotch out with a big Mel fight all on top of it, and that's not the fight you want to pick, WCF, and they're going to get obliterated here. No one for Soul Shaker is going to go down. Not even the person who got engaged on. Triple kill for Mitsurugi. And Soul Shaker, quadra kill. Count it.
It was a really good hook, but they shouldn't have gone over the wall there.
Yeah, no, that's...
They could have had so much for that.
Yeah, no, just poke them out.
So much pressure.
Deal the damage, didn't even fight at their own tower.
Just take a second.
And that will be the game.
So, still undefeated. The Shakers of Salt. And G's all over the place.
And they show weakness in the early game. They've actually gone behind sort of small gold leads, like 2 to 3K each in the last 2 weeks. But they always find a way to pull it out. Their late game shot calling is very much on point. So a very deserved win for Salt Shaker.
Oh, I'm just looking at the gold graph so many times, all the way up until about 24 minutes. Almost exclusively had the gold lead to WCF. Oh, I hate to see it.
Yeah.
I suppose it's about that interview time, though.
It is. Oh man, we gotta bring Mitsurugi in here. With the quadra kill at the end, 14, 3, and 9 on him. Yeah, let's get him in here.
Was moved to your channel.
Welcome.
All right, welcome, Mitsurugi. Congrats on your win.
Thank you.
So once again, you got Ari. I think this season we've only seen you on Cho and Ari. Is that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Cho got banned against me once, but that's all really.
Yeah. You seem to be pretty comfortable on that. How'd you feel going into that Diana matchup?
Decent. I haven't really played it much, but I know once you hit level 6, you just flash 3 times.
So the second week in a row, I mean, you guys get a little bit behind. The map pressure sort of goes in on you. How do you guys react in that situation? Do you guys just keep calm in your communications and know that you guys are just gonna work it out with your safer comp in the end?
Yeah, that's kind of been the name of the game the past few weeks, I think, as we get behind early. Basically, rely on Master Splinter to shot call us out of it. Team fight our way out.
Well then.
There's that. And it kind of sucks because, like, every game at 15 minutes, Kindhosen's just like, man, it'd be a shame if someone came mid and just took all your farm. Alright, well, I guess I gotta work with that.
Yeah, I mean, you guys really seem to play as a team. It seems like you guys have the most teamwork out of any team I've seen, at least this season. You guys are just so on the same page. When Scotchernot goes in on the Malphite ult, all of you guys are there. You spirit rush in, like you said, 3 flashes deep, and you're picking up backline kills. Do you guys practice a lot outside of these matches?
I literally think we haven't played together as 5 ever.
Outside of Tuesday.
Outside of a Tuesday match?
Outside of Tuesday, yeah.
Wow, that's certainly impressive.
Well, that's why I keep losing then. Shit, I gotta stop practicing.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. We were all able to go in at the same time, and we got the mentality of kill everybody, and it works out.
It can't argue with results.
Yeah. Do you guys think you're gonna... Well, maybe it's too early. I guess this is the halfway point in the season so far. So you've now played every team once. You're undefeated. Do you guys see yourselves losing in the regular season?
I think our toughest game might be... Oh, I forget who we played. It might have been against Thrifty when he was gone, his team. I think he was gone. We played, like, On the Wind was mid or something like that. So that game wasn't a good gauge of how good they were against us, but I'm looking forward to that one next.
Yeah.
I as well.
All right. Well, that will about do it. Thanks, and once again, congratulations on your win.
Thank you.
And we'll take a short stream break